My voice is so hoarse. Better. I did not really want to make this video. Basically, I am going bald. The sun is setting for me. I got a haircut yesterday in my backyard. I know someone who cuts hair. She came over, she cut my hair. I asked her, am I going bald? Half expecting her to be like comforting and be like, just perpetuate my self-denial that I'm balding and kind of just say, oh, you're fine. But instead she was basically just like, yes, you are. You're going bald and you won't be seeing me for much longer. And I was like, thank you. That's exactly what I needed to hear. That's how I found out. You know, I went online and asked the internet, how do you know if you're going bald or balding at 18?
I could cover it up, but that just didn't feel right. It felt like lying to myself in a way.
And frankly, I really like the look. It's a fresh, clean look. And my nickname was, once again, Dad, my freshman year of college.
I'm never gonna have sex ever again. I should get rich.
And there was like a whole balding forum on Reddit of just literally people sharing photos of their like shaved heads and being like, before and after, you know, I've finally come to embrace the baldness. I was like, oh my god, this is really a thing. Like, wow. I kind of entered the why me phase. I started to have these like thoughts. I was like, well, my older brother hasn't even lost any hair, and like he's 20 and I'm 18, he has a full head of bushy hair. You know, I've spent my life living in his shadow. He's at everything first, and suddenly when balding is concerned, it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be the first one to go bald. Like, duh, because that just totally is how life works, right? My expectations of my future self, at least physically, just plummeted with the stock markets, with the employment rates. Literally 1 hour go by and I'd like go back and check the mirror to see if more hair had fallen out. I kind of knew it was a bit crazy that I was only focused on this, and I kind of knew it was not healthy, but then I kind of just gave into it in this weird way. It's like when you act like an asshole and you kind of know you're being an asshole, like in the back of your mind, like you know you're being unnecessarily asshole-like, but then you're kind of just like, oh well, I'm too far in to go back. Will people like me as a bald man? Like, will they think of me any differently? And then I started thinking, like, I literally peaked in high school. Literally, that was, and I didn't even realize it was the high point. I was supposed to meet, you know, my true love in college, and now college is online, so I'm not gonna even meet anyone, let alone my true love, and I'm also going bald. So, I know this video is very self-indulgent. I'm literally, like, California is on fire. The pillars of democracy are like crumbling in front of me, and I'm just like, oh, my balding scalp, my balding scalp. But then at the same time, it's just like, this sucks. This really, really sucks. Like, you know? If I were to be bald, like what version of a bald man would I be? I've been kind of looking at the types. I mean, you have the very sort of virile balding. I'm a bald. Like, and I can't really pull that off, I don't think. And so I think I'm gonna be more of sort of the, you know, aloof academic type, you know, didn't know what to do after my graduate degree, so I got like 8 PhDs and then taught, and then got another PhD and then taught again, and then I kept telling myself, like, you know what, it's fine, sexiness is in the attitude and confidence, but everyone loses something in their life, whether it's, you know, a part of themselves. If like losing my hair is this hard, then like imagine losing a freaking person. Most of us eventually get there in life, you know, we get old and we get, you know, amorphous, and like no matter how hard you try to fight it, like people who get plastic surgery and are like 90, like why do you keep going, you know? Just like take a break, you know, have a Kit Kat. They did not sponsor me to say that. That just came out organically. I don't want to hide this anymore. I don't want to do the whole balding and secrecy thing where I'm like, you know, checking the mirror and going to bed and dreaming of oily scalps and you know, I wish I could just go back to my infant self, like as a baby when I had male pattern baldness, because that was the last time I had like a male pattern baldness shaped head. And At that time, I didn't care, nobody else cared. Right now, like I probably got like 1 year left when I can keep what I have here. I don't want to have like my scalp become like a metaphor for death and dying. Like, you know, I think when it gets to that point, I'm just gonna shave it off. I think my plan right now, I'm just gonna get like really jacked. I'm gonna like do tons, I'm gonna start lifting. I'm gonna start doing like pull-ups and chin-ups, like 100 a day, like 200 push-ups a day. And then I'll just do like a Vogue photo shoot with my hair and just like take those Vogue photos and just like show them to my children and be like, this is the man I was. I'm not gonna sugarcoat and say like, oh, this is amazing, I'm transforming, you know, with every bad thing is a good thing. Like, okay, this just kind of sucks. Like, nobody wants to go bald at 18, but it happens. If people think of me less or think of me differently because I'm bald, like, who even cares? Because literally a relationship predicated on a hair follicle would probably not be a strong one in the first place. Let me know if you guys have any words of wisdom to impart. Because in terms of wisdom, it doesn't work. It's,